Hey guys, welcome back to Watch Mojo, but a lot less well produced. This week I have a bit of a curveball for you guys. I'm sure everyone in the comments section has had a medical procedure done at some point in their lives. If you think about it, you were all born through a medical procedure. You guys just got lucky that you were born after the invention of modern medicine. My 6th grade writing teacher even told us that her grandma was born at the back of a barn. I don't know about you guys, but that makes me feel a bit lucky. You know, that the first sound I heard in life wasn't a pig. Anyway, let me stop my yapping. Everyone grab your popcorn and take a seat. The smoke enema, used in 18th century Europe and North America where the humble enema met its smoky counterpart. Yeah, you heard that right. Doctors really believed that blowing tobacco smoke into a patient's rectum could cure ailments like drowning, colds, and even cholera. I'm pretty sure I've seen a video of this one on LiveLeak before. But if you think about it, it makes sense why our brain-dead ancestors thought that this would work. For one, tobacco was seen as medicinal back then, and putting things in people's bazunga hongis was just another way to administer drugs. Now, a rectal suppository, that's okay, but a doctor physically blowing smoke in my bum-diddly-bum-bum? I'm not sure about that. What I do know is that I would much rather get a smoke enema than sit through 20 minutes of a phase rug video. But back then, phase rug was far from being born, and people didn't have the worst thing on this planet to compare smoke enema to. So, just like me, everyone was a bit unsure about that one, so it faded out by the early 19th century. Scientists discovered that tobacco was more harmful than helpful, and the rise of more effective treatments sealed the fate of the smoke enema forever. I'm a bit sad to see the smoke enema go. I mean, it's a bit strange, but it had a charm to it. And so, I proposed to Big Pharma, the vape enema. And trust me, Big Pharma, this one's not gonna be too complicated. I've seen frat kids do it at my college. I was gonna give the smoke enema a 2.5 out of 5, but I think I'll give it a 5 out of 5. Not half, but whole. Next, we journey into the Renaissance in early modern Europe, where a macabre medical ingredient was all the rage: mummy powder. Physicians of the time believed that grinding up the remains of ancient mummies could cure a range of ailments from headaches to internal bleeding. The logic behind this? Well, our brain-dead ancestors thought that mummies were infused with mystical life-preserving properties that could be transferred to the living. At some point, this treatment got so popular that even Shakespeare referenced it in a few of his works. Now, I've heard of Rosanna Pansino smoking her dead dad, but going up to your son and saying, "Hey Timmy, the only cure for your headache is inhaling the mummified remains of your great-great-grandma," feels a bit psychopathic. But anyway, when the mummy supply ran low, they just started using literal dead people instead. So eventually the practice fell out of favor in the 18th century, as medical knowledge advanced. I'm not really sure how to feel about mummy powder. On one hand, I'm really glad that humans stopped being as brain dead as they used to be. But on the other hand, my friend Rusty has had much worse powders up his nose. And if you didn't know, even those powders were used as medicine once upon a time. And if any of you guys have gotten surgery, you may have used fentanyl before. So it's up to you guys to decide what's worse, a fent tweaker or a grandma's mummified ashes tweaker. I'll give this one a 2 out of 5. And finally, everyone, we arrive at one of the most infamous procedures in modern medical history: the lobotomy. Popularized in the 1930s and 40s, this procedure involves severing connections to the brain's prefrontal cortex to treat mental illnesses like schizophrenia, depression, and anxiety. This really cool Portuguese neurologist named Antonia Egas Moniz introduced the procedure and earned a Nobel Peace Prize in 1949. However, it was some brain-dead American psychiatrist named Walter Freeman who brought lobotomies into the mainstream. This guy literally used something like an ice pick to perform transorbital lobotomies, sometimes in under 10 minutes. After this dude finished beating the record for lobotomy speedruns, some patients did report improvement, but most people just straight up died. The practice fell out of favor in the 1950s with the advent of antipsychotic drugs, but its legacy remains a chilling reminder of how little we once understood the human brain. If I had to rate this medical procedure on the French tier list scale, I would put it at lobotom E for sure. This one just sucks. Oh, modern medicine, how I love you. That's all for this week, guys. See ya.